This is Lawrence D. Adams. This is the thinking class. When spirituality and the game collides, you have the thinking class. And if you don't get it, it's your own fault. Let's get going. Let's go.
This is LDA at the Dark. I want you to follow me as I begin to take you on a journey. But first, I want you to relax. Relax your mind. Relax your body. And I'm going to guide you. What I want you to do now is to lay back and begin to relax your mind. Take all the worries away, because I'm going to guide you slowly in relaxing your body. First, we're going to start from the top of your head. I want you to relax your face. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulders, your arms, and your hands. Now I'm going to ask you and tell you to relax your chest down to your stomach, down to your hips, down those thighs, ankles, and to your feet. When I count to 3, I want you to be completely relaxed. 1, relax. 2, relax. 3, relax. Now you're deeply relaxed and you're listening to every word that I tell you.
Shout out to everyone. This is Lawrence D. Adams in the thinking class. Shout out to everyone in the chat room. Sharice, William, True Savage, Joe Blas, everyone listening around the world. Shout out to you. This is the thinking class. And we're talking today next to the throne. We had talked about last week the fatherhood in the game. We had a special guest, Pimp God, who came through and blessed the platform with his dissertation of the game and the importance of you being alone and being able to hear the inner voice that's inside of you. Because if you don't hear the inner voice, how are you going to hear or recognize anything around you? So shout out to him. Shout out to everyone. How are you guys doing? Let's get it going and popping today as we talk about next to the throne. It's a mindset. Yesterday, we sort of dibble-dabble into the cards and how important it is to understand what in the suit, in the playing cards, there's a suit. And everyone, you got to figure out in that suit, what card are you playing? What card are you playing in that suit? So we're talking about being next to the throne. So let's get a little bit more clarity when we talk about next to the throne. Next to the throne can be taken two ways. You're next to be in the throne, or you're next to the throne. That means you're positioned right next to the throne. And I think we need to understand when we talked about fatherhood in the game that to be next to the throne, that means that you're in a position of power and authority. That the father is in the throne, but now you have kinship to the father because we know the father's name is I am. So once you understand that you're next to the throne, it's a mindset. And once your mindset catches that I'm next to the throne, it affects everything around you. It elevates your game. It elevates what you're doing. Salute Sigma. Salute everyone. So it elevates everything that you do. So are you next to the throne? Or are you next to be in the throne? I know I put that be in there, which make a difference. But I want you to really catch that. Being next to the throne. How does this apply to what's going on in your everyday life? See, when you have the mentality that you're next to the throne or next to be in the throne, and you understand your placement in the suit of cards, what happens is you know what card to play to put you in position so that you can be next to be in the throne. Let me say that again. Once you understand your positioning in the suit of cards, playing cards I'm talking about, and I'm going to go get some tomorrow and so I can show them. And you're playing in the cards, then you know what card to play in life so that you can be next in throne, so yet you can win in this thing called life. What happens is a lot of people are not playing the cards of life right, and they keep running against jokers, jacks, and spades, and wondering why things are not going their way. So you always got to think about, how can I position myself, because we're playing the game called life. How can I position myself that I play the right card at the right time to get me to the right destination I need to be at? Once you understand that, then you will say, hey, what card am I really playing in life? Are you playing the joker? Are you playing the spade? Are you playing the club? Are you playing the jack? Are you playing the queen? Or are you playing the king? Now, if we were to really look at it and break it down, you realize this. You have to be able to play all the cards in the deck to win at life. What do you mean, LDA? You have to be able to play. What's going on, Trav? You got to be able to play all the cards in the deck to win at life. What's going on, John?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. So you got to be able to play you have to be able to be all, what's going on, Trav? You have to be able to play all the cards. I'm going to get the deck of cards today. Get up. You got to be able to play all the positions in the in the suit of cards, playing cards, in order to win at life. So if you want to be next to the throne and realize that you're next to being the throne, and you realize there's a suit of cards that you need to play, you got to be able to know when to be the king, when to activate the queen, when to be the jack, when to be the spade, when to be the club, when to be the joker. That's wild. In order for you to win at what we call the game of life. Many times we're only looking to play one card or want to play one particular position and not realizing that there's other cards that we need to play in order for us to win.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you. I just don't see you.
Yeah, I'm kind of moving around.
Oh, that's cool. It's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, just I was kind of interested in the whole position type of subject matter, because I could tell, some people, when they don't understand their position, they don't understand what they can do.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a problem with where you belong, then you don't know the history or the situations resources that may be able to help you.
Right.
And
That's so true.
we talked about the Father for a few weeks that, you know, we almost felt a new connection with the Father, right?
Yes.
And it's because we sit at, you know, like I always say, right? We always sit at the right side.
Yes. Next to the throne.
We sit at the right hand. There's no other place for you unless you decide you don't want to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that we, as you know, the children of the Father, should recognize that there's a legacy and there is a position for us, even though our Father sits on the throne. And if you don't recognize that, you should be on a journey to get there.
Facts. As someone said this week in facts with no printers. I was like, dude, I ain't never heard that, man. That was good. That's so true, because once you understand your positioning, after we recognize who the Father was for 3 weeks, and I'm still chopping up the videos. You realize who the Father was in 3 weeks, that he is I am. You realize your positioning is what? Next to the throne. But are you the joker next to the throne, or are you the king next to the throne? Or are you the club? Or are you the spade? What is your real positioning next to the throne?
It's interesting you bring up the Joker. When the Joker is the jester of the court, right?
Yes, right.
And in jest, right? Jest means to make fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Joker is allowed to make fun of any position. And I was just talking about this to somebody in another setting, and it wasn't a nice conversation.
Uh-oh.
It wasn't a nice conversation because my analogy, it's funny how you brought it up here, but my analogy in that setting was not nice. I basically used the same analogy talking about the jester or the joker, about somebody who thought they had a position they don't belong. Because the jester and the joker, for a very short time, the king, who is the one in charge, allows the jester or the joker to play a position and make fun of a position, but they are not in that position.
That's good, dude. I mean, dude, let me pick this.
You can't make this up.
They're not allowed to be in that position. They're allowed to make fun of it, so to bring forth jest. But they don't have that position. And a lot of people have been playing the joker position. And if you understand how we go even further sometimes. Can you still hear me?
Oh, I hear you loud and clear.
Oh wow, the audio just went crazy. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Okay, so you understand that you got to realize sometimes, as I think you may tap in and say, you got to allow some people to be the joker in your life so that they can play a position to get you where you need to be at. You there? So you got to realize sometimes you got to allow somebody to be the queen. You there?
Yeah, it just came back. Yeah.
Okay. So I said sometimes you got to allow people sometimes to play the joker in your life in order for them to play their position while you still maintain your position as king next to the throne, who is next to what? I am.
Well, how about this? How about you let them play a position so close to you so you could get the information you need, and then you put them back in their place when it's time? Because they didn't belong in that place. You just wanted to bring them within the vicinity to absorb the necessary resources and get them out of there. If you're a real player in the game, then you would do that. But other people are getting played that way and haven't dismissed them yet.
That's true. I'm getting a deck of cards today. I got to go. I'm buying them today. Because you got to get this. Everybody plays a position in your life, but you got to realize your position is always at the right hand of the Father, which is next to the throne.
Exactly. The Father is omnipresent, omnipotent, or omnipotent. There's a reason why that word omni is there.
Mm-hmm.
You're here to give an experience as the son/daughter of the Father. You're supposed to give an experience and report back to the Father, which means that's your assignment. The king, the king, the queen, the prince. Okay, the prince. That's your position.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And that's why I'm getting the deck of cards. I'm getting the deck of cards today, because if you can understand the deck of cards, the suit, that's what it's called, and the position. Okay, I don't know who want to call me right now. From Hackensack, New Jersey. How about that? How about that? You gonna call me really right now? So if you understand the suit of cards, or the suit, or the book, well, it's the suit, right? King,
right, or the crown line. That's called the crown line.
the crown line.
That everybody that wears a crown. Not everybody in the deck of cards wears a crown. But what does the jester look like? What does the Joker look like? He has something on that looks like a crown.
Yes, he does.
But it's meant to be made fun of.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes you get a title in somebody's organization and you the fall guy. You the one they're going to make fun of.
Who been there?
Sometimes they got to hire somebody just to take the blame. And eventually you're expendable.
The Joker is always expendable.
Supposed to be. That's why I said the Joker's wild.
The
Joker's wild is because it could play any position it wants. You could give it the best overtaking position, or you could mean nothing. Isn't that the choice in most card games?
That's right.
And you understand, are you here to play a position? The only position of omnipotence would never, ever be able to be discredited down to nothing.
Mm-hmm. That's why it's so important. That's why it's so important. The Joker. You said the Joker is wild. I think I can't go into that. I'm just thinking about when the Joker shows up, January 1st.
Actually, it's actually December 31st.
31st. Okay.
It's the last day of the year.
That last day of the year. That's right.
There has to be 7 representations of every card. I mean, we ain't even supposed to be talking about that here.
I know we can't talk about that. They're like, wait a minute, what science y'all talking? We can't talk about that predictive science, and it's so accurate, it's crazy. But the Joker is wow. What you need to identify, if you're next to the throne and you're next to the I am of God, who he is, omnipotent, then you need to recognize who is playing the Joker in your deck or in your suit. And if you are the Joker, you need to take that crown off and make sure you put on the right crown, the king, queen, or you need to play the club, diamond, or what's a diamond? Did I miss another one? Hearts.
Yeah, those are the suits.
Yeah.
Let me connect with a different audio. I'll be back.
Okay. So it's so important. So important. Who are you playing? Who is the Joker in your life? And the reality of it is you could be sitting you could have the suit of clubs. And there you didn't know there's a Joker right there in your life. Yeah, we can't go into the predictive science. If we go into the predictive science, man, it will knock somebody's socks off. The predictive science is serious, man. That's all I'm going to say. If you understand what we've been doing with the angels on this platform, and how the angels always showed up and always line up to what we're talking about, you realize that Jono and I, some other people come in, are getting your feet wet for the predictive science that's so accurate that it would even scare you. But if we don't talk about the angels and the angel number and the numbers, the things like that, We're not talking about so much numerology. We're talking about the angel, but the predictive science is so heavy. That's why I'm talking about the playing cards. Because if you understand the playing cards and the suits, the different suits, and the different positions within the suits, but we want to still focus on the the joker who sits there. And many times, I'm going to say this again, like, you're repeating yourself, LDA. Why are you repeating yourself? I'm repeating myself because I want you to get this, because some people don't know that they are the joker. And here you think you're next to the throne and not realizing that you, or the person that you see out there, is just a joker in whatever organization, in the relationship, in the dynamics and work, home, whatever it may be. You are the joker, and you are disposable and not even needed. It knocks my sock off when I finally scratch the surface of understanding it. Yeah, it's a predictive science is very, 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 very intense. But I want you to understand, when you begin to look at your life, say, wait a minute, my position is next to the throne, next to the I am, the Father. And I'm in a suit, and I got to make sure I'm in the right suit in order for me to get the right results and play this game we call life. Remember, game is not manipulation and who you're trying to get over. It's about what's in your hand. And if you're the dealer, what are you going to play? Sometimes it's wise to play the diamond, while the other times you need to play the heart. Inside of a suit, you need to play the king of hearts. When you're next to her diamond. Please understand what I'm saying to you. I know I'm saying it in such a way to sort of code it, because I don't want people to take this the wrong way, but I'm careful because this is tapping in or walking into, like we say, that predictive science, but I'm guiding it in such a way where you understand your positioning next to the I am. If this is resonating with you, let me know. If you're trying to catch this, let me know. Finesse the hand you dealt with. Correct. And some people don't realize, even though you've been given a deck of cards, or you've been given a suit, or you've been given dealt a particular hand, doesn't mean that you can't reach back into the deck and pick up something that will cause you to win. Because if you tap into your positioning next to the throne, next to I am, he knows all things. He knows what? All things. Sometimes you have not tapped into your positioning at the right hand of the Father while he's looking at your hand that's been given in you, and he's telling you, put that card down. But this card doesn't make sense. Put that club down, 5 of clubs down, and watch what happens. When you put that 5 of clubs down and not knowing not knowing what's going on with everyone else's hand, you end up winning just with a 5 of clubs. Come on. You can always change the narrative. Come on. So you got to understand, if you're listening to the Father, what we talked about his business, the I am, the omnipotent one, and you're right next to him, he can show you in your deck of hands, in your hands, like, I'm getting my playing cards today. I'm going to purchase them today. Oh, put that down. This is going to work out for you. But it doesn't make sense. I promise you, the omnipotent one who knows all things, sees everyone's hands and calls you to win in any situation. You always got to realize that when you're next to the Father and you understand the I amness, you're always going to win. If you tap into listening to him, because you're next to the right hand next to him, you're going to win at the game called life. So you got to understand that. Sometimes you might have to put down that heart. At the right time. Because when you put that heart down, you never know how that heart may potentially trump that diamond. That 10 of hearts might trump that what? 9 of diamonds. You got to understand the power of the hand that you are dealt with. And where is the joker? Who has the joker? And we're going to talk about later about the ace. Where is the ace? Because you're always going to need an ace. Some people are looking at the hand that they've been dealt with in life and think they already lost. Some people have been looking at the hand that they've been, I can't wait to get these playing cards because they'll make more sense. That the hand they've been dealt with and think they lost because they're looking at what's in their hand, not knowing that the game is fixed. Y'all ever seen, I was watching Fred Sanford. I was watching Fred Sanford on Facebook. You got a little Facebook group with Fred Sanford's old shows. It was quite interesting. The more experienced you players knows that they send the scout in order to properly run the hand that dealt with it to make the bid. Come on, you guys are getting it. So I was watching Fred Sanford, and so Lamont have invited some guys over to play some cards, and he didn't really want to tell Fred about it. So the guys came over there and say, "Hey man, we're going to play some cards with you, but we're going to use our deck." So Lamont was okay with it. So they up there playing the game, and Lamont did not want Fred to play the game. So Fred just stayed in the back watching and saying, "You better not do that, dummy." You know how Fred talks. And he's trying to steer Lamont away because he sees that the deck of cards that the group of guys that he brought over were fixed or trick cards. But Lamont, who did not want to listen to his father, kept playing and playing and playing and playing and playing and playing till they almost took all the money from Lamont. And Fred was so upset about it because he realized that the deck of cards that they were playing was rigged in their favor. So Lamont was discouraged, and Fred was like, "Look, I don't know what to tell you. I try to tell you these guys are running. These are sharks. They're trying to run game on you. You shouldn't even be playing with them." So Lamont left out, and Fred is left with those guys. He said, "Hey, let's play another hand of cards." So they're playing another hand of cards, but this time Fred said, "I got an old deck I had from St. Louis." So he pulls out his deck of cards and he plays with them. Pay attention to what I'm saying. So Fred is playing, boom, 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 boom. At first it looked like they were winning. Then all of a sudden, when Lamont went out to go get some beer and came back, he said, "Where the guys at?" He said, "Oh, they left." And Fred is counting all this money. He see hats, coats, and stuff that he had won. that Fred had won at the game when they were playing poker. And Fred was like, "Yeah, they left, son. They I don't know, we played cards and it didn't, they lost." He said, "Dad, Pops, how did you beat them?" He said, "I had a deck of cards that when you put on these glasses, you can see what's on the other side of the card." You got to understand how life works. Please understand the example of Fred Sanford and Lamont Sanford in that example. You got to realize Lamont was not at first not listening to his father. And his father seen that he was getting taken advantage of. When Lamont went to go get some beer and come back, and Fred began to play with his deck of cards that were trick cards that he can see through them, that's when he won. You got to understand the example. Sometimes you got to listen to the father because he sees something that you don't see, and people are taking advantage of you and you don't even know it. I just watched that about 2 weeks ago, Jono.
Yep. Yeah,
Can you
there's definitely a connection between the father and his protection system.
Mm-hmm. Definitely is, man. And it's funny because Lamont was like, "Get out of here, Dad." You know how he be talking to Fred. Get out of here, man. You oh man, get out of here. But Fred was so adamant and said, "Lamont, they running game on you." He would not listen. And it's so applicable to what we're talking about here. Are you listening to the Father because he can see everyone's hand deck or cards that they're playing when they're playing the game of life?
Want to hear something crazy?
Go ahead.
Guess what? You
What's that?
know, your father knows when you're getting played that the first person to ever play you is your father.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
You can't make this up.
What? Say that again.
You are first played by your father. Okay? Let me break it down. When you first are young, and I'll give you an example. This is not the only time, but I'll give you an example. Take example when they first tell you to clean up. You think it's fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
You think it's not a chore yet. You think, oh, you get to give me the broom, or you get to give me the dish rag to wipe the dishes. This is fun, right? It's fun. See, that's you getting manipulated very early to do what you're supposed to do from the father. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So when you get into trouble, they know your interest level, but it may not be the right interest level in the right area. So they will come to you and tell you, no, that's not right, son. And then you start to hear it in your own head. That's your own subconscious taking over. That's your own, they say your own conscious saying, oh, wait, I just had a bad feeling about that. It's because you're used to hearing from the father when you're about to get manipulated. And sometimes people get manipulated in the right direction, and sometimes people get manipulated in the wrong direction.
That's so true, man. That's so true.
I felt that as soon as you said that, I was like, you know what? We get played early, and we know how to get played. We know how we're gonna get played.
Right.
Because we were taught from a very early age to accept instructions that may not be exactly something we want to do, but somehow the universe decides what's going to be good for us or not.
That's true. That's true.
And if you pay attention, if you're really paying attention in the game, you'll recognize every time it happens.
Man.
You can almost look back like a diary and say, "Oh, you know what? That's right. I was put into this training program to learn this skill that I never thought I was going to apply, but here it is. I done turned it into a 20-year career." That's you being manipulated, not negatively, but positively.
Right.
Your dad may know a trade. This is something I'm going through with my son right now. I'm doing an installation for streaming, and there is something that my son, from teaching him streaming and how to do streaming with gaming and stuff like that, there's a skill that he knows better than me because he has more practice since I introduced him to the skill. So he's been playing games with that particular skill. I'm gonna show him this week how to make some money with it.
See?
And he don't even know something that was supposed to be fun is gonna turn into some money for him, and it's gonna be like second nature to him. And the client is gonna be surprised too. I'm like, wait, you bringing a 13-year-old kid to do this? Yeah, and he's gonna be good at it too.
Yeah.
Because I didn't teach him to think it was a tough thing to do.
Right.
I just gave it to him like it was his, like you can have fun with this. Go try it.
Positive manipulation.
That's how you know you see that the Father. When he makes it fun for you to learn your craft.
Mm, that's so
I
true.
had fun learning my craft.
Even though it's work.
Exactly. Even though we know it's work to put this whole production together, to do this anywhere. I'm in the car right now. This was not easy to put together to do the very various things we do, right?
It's not.
But guess what? It may not have been easy, but it was fun.
Oh man, it was. It was no way.
We had fun putting it together.
I'm gonna tell you why it was so fun. And most people don't. I'm just saying my side why it was so fun. This. We are next to the throne. The reason why it was so fun because I was so excited of the challenge, but I was excited on the results and how the people was going to receive the upgrade. I looked at an old video from last year. I'm like, what in the world? This looks completely different. The challenge. I loved it.
Oh, you got that right. I'm telling you. I look at the same thing. I didn't think there was levels to get better to, and I see difference. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I watch other platforms I help build, watch them get better. And I know it's based on the fact that there's a potential that's out there because of where you came from.
That's true. And the key was, if you want to know our secret, since people are watching in the clouds, the key was we were always next to the throne.
There's no limit. There was no limit.
Because what?
How could there be a limit if you sit next to the Father? So, yeah, this is just the level I'm at.
It's funny, man, because when you're next to the throne, next to the Father, you're part of his what? Kingdom. And the kingdom has no boundaries. Like you said.
Sorry, there is a limit. The limit is your own understanding.
Oh, wow. That's good.
If you don't even understand that there's no limit, then you might as well just say there's a limit.
Yeah. Telling you. That's why you got to understand your positioning next to the throne. Please understand it, man. If people were to understand that positioning, it would change. It changes everything around you. It's funny because I'm gonna be a little transparent. At night, I've been sleeping next to the throne.
You have a responsibility to take the throne. You know that?
Oh, John, why you say that, man? Say that again.
The Father expects you to take the throne. Why are you sitting there? Why are you sitting there?
It's your responsibility. Put that in the chat room. It is your responsibility to take the throne. It's like my father now. It is your responsibility to take the throne. Please write that in the chat room. I know y'all in the clouds. So like, oh my God, but it is your responsibility to take the throne. It's so true, man. When I think about it, certain things my father poured inside of me and my brother, sister, that he put us in such a position that when he passed on, we were supposed to take the throne past where he went.
The reason why he was so animate with you and your sons, because he wanted you to do what he was doing with you. Tell me that's not right.
That's right, man. It is completely right.
He had a torch to pass to you, and that torch was going to be passed to your sons.
That's definitely right, man. He was so adamant. Take care of those boys. Be there. In so many words, be there for them. Pray for them. Pour in them. Because he realized he was coming off the throne. I was coming into the throne, and I was preparing my sons for the throne. Please understand that. Go ahead.
You understand the seat that you have with the Father, next to the Father, you're supposed to be learning his ways. You're supposed to be acting in the same mannerisms as the father. And you're supposed to be able, like you said, when you get on the phone with your mom and play games with your mom, it's supposed to be undetectable that you are not different than the father.
Dude, undetectable. She couldn't tell whether she was talking to my brother, my father, or me, because we sounded just all three of us sounded alike.
Telling you, there's a reason for that. Why do we sitting there talking about the kingdom, the father, everything. It's happening right in real life, and people it's going right over their head.
I know.
They don't even recognize it. There's a reason why you look like your mother. There's a reason why you look like your father. You're supposed to pass things down through your generation. That's called tradition.
Mm-hmm.
It's even a tradition of how you look.
Mm-hmm. Man, stop right there. I was looking at my son's post today in South Korea, and he posed just like me.
There's no mistake. It's in his DNA.
I looked at my younger son. He was with his friends, and that look in his eyes, I said, if that ain't my boy, that's my boy.
Now, let me ask you a question. Did you teach your son how to pose?
No, not at all.
Did you tell him, listen, when you go overseas, I want you to stand this way in front of the camera?
No.
Well, then how do you know how to do that?
Dude.
He didn't get taught. He knows. It's different. He didn't get taught.
No, he didn't get taught.
Understand the difference between taught. That means you were trained,
mm-hmm.
right? Because he's training on a skill right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Big difference, right? But he knows the Father.
That's it.
So he can't help it.
I'm like, what are you? These boys posing. I mean, it's a look. My youngest son, I'm like, it's a certain stare, and I looked at it on my father's picture I posted on Father's Day. My father had that stare.
He knows the Father. He don't even know why he's doing it. But he knows the Father.
Right.
He don't even know why he running certain kind of game. But he knows his seat next to the Father.
That's right. It is your responsibility to take the throne. Do you understand that?
And some people, like your son, tell me if I'm wrong or right about this one. Tell me if some people take the throne and don't know that they already have it.
Oh, whoa. Let me.
You can't make this up.
They already have the throne when they take it. You get it?
Yeah. It was already given to him.
We were waiting for you to grow up in that position and use it.
That's it. It's interesting. My sons can come over here, and it's funny, they come over to my house and like, well, can I go get this? I say, son, this is what I tell them, John. This real life, just really it is. They come over to my house and I say, dude, wherever's in my kitchen, anywhere in this house is yours. But they still, out of respect, ask me, can they do something? I say, listen, go get whatever you want. So my son came over, spent a couple of days with me, my youngest one, during the beginning of the pandemic. And he wanted pancakes. I said, dude, I am not fixing you no pancakes. Go in there, make up your pancakes, whatever you're going to cook with it, do it yourself. Because this place, my place, is your place. Because you're my son. You don't have to ask when it's already given to you, when you're already in a position that this is yours. Please understand, that is the same way, that's the same position that you have with your what? You're the father that I am. My son did not have to ask. He just went into the kitchen, got the bowl, mixed up his pancakes mix. Hey, Dad, he asked me, did I want some? I'm like, no, I'm good. I think I got 2 of them. He made me some. Why? Because everything in my house is my son's. Sons, plural. My books, my tape, it's for them. Stuff I got put away for them. Do you understand it's your responsibility to take the throne? But do you understand, like Jono said, do you understand the power that we've been waiting? The Father has been waiting for you to take the throne, but you matured into that place of taking the throne. Have you matured into that place to take the throne? Have you really? And you think about, well, we're not talking about so much your natural father. We're talking about the spiritual father, but we're talking about when you understand that the game begins to change all around you. What's up, Ted? The game around you begin to change because you understand, I don't really have to ask. All I do is got to go in there and mix it up in his mind. Do you understand your positioning? The Father is waiting for you to take the throne. It's your responsibility to take the throne, but we're waiting the Father, because you're at the right hand, well, that'll be my right over here, at the right hand to take the throne. What are you waiting on? You want to play a game? If you still want to play the elementary game level, go ahead. I'd rather you play the game at the higher level where you take the throne and you deal out. You, as True Sabbath said earlier, you become the dealer and you watch all the players play your game. Either you can continue to be the player in the game, or you become the dealer and you give out the hand to the people and they play the game that you dictate because you hold the cards because of your position in the throne and in sitting in the throne. Are you going to be a player or are you going to be a dealer? Let me say that again. Are you going to be a player or are you going to be a dealer? Are you going to be a player or are you going to be a dealer? You heard what I said about my son. John, all right?
I got cut off for a second.
Yeah, so I was saying my son came over here and he asked me, hey, Dad, I want breakfast. I said, dude, go in the kitchen, make your own pancakes and make them yourself. You don't need to ask me anything. Then he started cooking. Dad, you want some? Sure, son. How many you make? Oh, I made a lot. You ready to eat? He didn't realize that this place, this throne room, my throne, my house, my kingdom is his. And everything that's in it belongs to him. You don't have to ask. Go ahead and make it happen. Can you hear me?
That's true. Yeah, it's true. Matter of fact, I'm looking for this. I want to see how you emulate the Father.
Come on.
I'm looking to see the reason why I don't want to make pancakes for you. I want to see if you can make the pancakes like the Father.
Wow. That's good right there. Can you
do what I ask you to do the way I showed you to do it? The same way your father helps you with the muffins. And then you see that chuckle. See, you use the ingredients, but you ain't do it the way I told you to do it.
That's right. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
See, we got to always understand we're always being tested to see if we can be like we were shown to be the Father.
Always shown, man.
You're always being tested. You're being tested. You're being tested on 2 generational levels. You're being tested from where you took instructions from the Father and where you can give instructions to your subordinates as the Father.
Wow.
And if you could do both, you're giving back the proper response that the kingdom's looking for. You have no problem sitting on the crown line.
The crown line. I like that. I gotta look it up because I don't understand what it means, but I'm going to look it up. Y'all please understand what we're getting at. This is so, you there, Jono? I think his audio went out. This is so important. The father is looking, as simple as an example of my younger son making the pancakes. Are you going to make the pancakes the way that I showed you? Because I showed him one time and then I said, you make them yourself. Or are you going to take the instructions and do them your way and not win in my kitchen of life? Please, this is key. This is key because the Father, as we talked about, Pimp God covered it too, is always talking to you, but it's in that still small voice that is trying to get your attention and say, hey, put a little bit of cinnamon in that pancakes if you're making banana pancakes. Put a little bit of this if you're making pancakes with that. Understand the instructions are always in front of you. Always in front of you. You there, Jono? I think his audio went out. But please understand this teaching. This is if you understand what we've been walking you through, 3 weeks of fatherhood in the game, now to get you next to the throne and say, I don't need you to be but you said, I don't have any kids, LDA. You have people around you who are in the position as kids, and you need to be a father to them. But I'm a woman. You need to be a father to them or a mother to them. You got to understand. You there? Jono?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I hear you now. First, I couldn't hear you. You got to understand, you're always given a responsibility. Well, if you have kids or don't have kids, because don't get tied up with the kids. It is your responsibility to look within and without. Who do you need to be a father to or a mother to pass on the legacy that was poured inside of you? Some thrones were not by blood, some are by association.
Yeah, it's just a different assignment. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to worry about the bloodline. The bloodline, that's the most, that's the most recognizable version of it. But sometimes you're passed along a legacy. The president is passed along a legacy, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a transitionary period for a president to become the next president, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the only way he can understand his new position is through transition. Okay. Now he never had that role before, but he's going to have the most powerful role in the country.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to understand that the outgoing president is the father. And if he wants the country to have the right kind of leadership, he would transition all that he knows that the father knows, right? See?
That's right.
Now, we're not going to get political. I'm just saying when you have a bad connection between that transition, it's a slower process in the next administration, correct?
That is very true.
But all it is you're passing along the father.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay, the same thing happens in school. You're not supposed to, come to school without your notebook. You're not supposed to come there without your tools because a certain amount of skill levels being passed down so that you can be trained. And that is one aspect of being transferred from the father because the history needs to be handed down.
That's true.
If you was in a village, the elders would be handing it down. It wouldn't be just your physical father.
No, it would not.
You would be in school with all the elderly, all the elders, and they will be telling you stories older than your own parents.
That's true.
That's another way that things get passed down. You have to read. How many people on this stream know that books are the father?
Yeah. I mean, now you got me thinking about, I got a book. Let me pull it out. Now that you said that. And I read it. I'm gonna pull this book out. I know you can't see it, but someone bought this book for me for $100. I think you.
Oh, I remember that book. I
Huh?
remember that book. I remember that book.
Uh-huh. Somebody bought it for $100 because they
I
wanted
remember
it
that
so
book.
bad. And I read this book. Probably need to read it again because I have a different perspective. This book is loaded. But this, like you said, this book became the father to me for what? For instructions on this particular subject. Actually, the subject is prosperity.
Right. You chose it because you wanted to download a certain type of information and absorb it a certain kind of way. That's when we talked about chosen fathers or spiritual fathers. That's a spiritual father.
Yes, it is.
You chose to accept the liking and the nature of that particular, type of information.
Mm-hmm. This book right here. I remember the individual was like, dude, can I buy it right now? I said, right now? They wanted to buy my copy right now. And then since I'm so smart, you know what I did, right?
Wow.
You know what I did, Jono? I have another copy still in the plastic.
No, that's smart. I got sneakers like that. I'll buy 2 pairs just so I can wear the ones I want to wear out, and then I still brand new copy in the box. That's material copy, but you took the knowledge and copied it so that you made sure that if you ever sold it again, you sold a raggedy copy and got another $100.
They ain't catching this, dude. They think, man, they must think we just came from the clown show at Barnum and Bailey's. Come on. We're giving the game right there, dude. This is the copy that I read through. Here's the one that's still in the plastic that I bought. And I sold one of these for $100 to an individual. In the plastic. I forgot I even had it until we started talking about it.
It's true. That's called the right place at the right time with the right money.
Yep. That is so true. And they was like, please. We were in Atlanta, matter of fact. We were in Atlanta, matter of fact. That was the crazy thing. They was like, hey, you got that book? And I happened to have the book on me that night. I said, let me see the cash. Pass that cash. He passed that cash.
A similar occurrence yesterday, actually.
Really?
I had a similar occurrence. Not it wasn't a book, but it was definitely an artifact. And I was like, I had it with me. Just happened to have it in the car. and the person who was looking for one was looking for one. And I was like, I got one right here. They saw it, made an instant connection. You got to have the right thing at the right. You don't know why you do certain things. But sometimes one of the reasons why, just put that in the car and just don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in the car, brand new in the box. The person, one of my friends of a friend. He's a friend too, but because of association, one of my close friends from another friend.
Right.
And we just happened to be talking. And I was talking about, basically, this thing, and I had a few of them in stock, and they're like, what, really? I said, hey, look, right in the car, right here. Boom, open up the car. Oh my God, can I get one of those? Absolutely.
Right now you can get it. But what if you never listen to
the car? I just got to recognize why right now, because I was supposed to get one to you.
What if you never listen to the Father?
Oh, you want to hear something even crazy?
Come on.
Man, this is going to blow your mind. Oh my God. I don't talk about all philanthropy, but this made a connection to philanthropy. That's why I want to make sure I told you. Mm-hmm. These boxes had foam in them, right? Mm-hmm. For protection. And that foam was what I was using in that box. I was using that foam to protect with the TV and everything like that. I'm sorry, I'm going ahead of myself. I was trying to give somebody a TV.
Okay, got you.
So I used the boxes in the foam to protect the TV that I was giving away to somebody. So what I did was I was giving away the TV and I left the boxes in the car that I was using to protect the TV.
Okay.
So those boxes ended up having an opportunity to have one of them sold, but I was giving away the TV, which I had already done. And here it is. I'm already seeing the blessing coming back some other way. You see?
See?
You can't make this stuff up.
You can't make this up.
You can't make this up. Dude, it's because when you begin to tap into the Father, your position next to the throne, because you're responsible to take the throne, situations like this begin to open up like crazy. Yo, true. Jonathan W., if you're still here, let me know. It's crazy. I have two of these books. Two of the same book. I forgot I even had this book. Two of the same books. Jonathan W., still in the chat room, let me know. Okay, so what I want you to do, Jonathan W., we're going to stretch a little bit. You at work. Is that right, Jonathan W.? Two of the same books. If you at work, let me know.
You can't make this up.
Jonathan W. at work. And I'm going to ask you for something. We're going to push it to the limit. If you're still at work, let me know. Jonathan W. Yep. Moving and checking at work. Are you able to ask your coworker or anybody to give you a set of numbers? If you can, tell them to give you a set of number and put it in the chat room. Ask your coworker. Just say, hey man, I'm just listening to something. Can you give me a set, just any numbers that come to you? Yeah, nothing like the smell of fresh new books. Still in the plastic. I have not opened it up. Ask your coworker to give you, I don't care what it is, to give you to say, hey man, just give me, I'm listening to something, man. 1 second, I got you. Uh-oh, here we go. Push it to the. He's going to ask his coworker, whoever it may be. We don't know who it is. Could be Susie, Bob, Tom, Dick, or Harry. Could be Mary. But I want you to ask his coworker. Just give me a set of numbers. Here we go. Hit it. And a true savage. If you, true savage, are you at work? Okay, 682. Okay, there it is. That's a number. This number they gave you, 682. Good. True savage, are you at work? Do you okay. And Jonathan W., you got the name of the person who gave you the number, Jonathan W. You got just the first name of the person who gave you the number.
Tell me what you want, babe. Look at what you got, man. Tell me what you want, babe, and you'll get it. Look at what you got, man. Don't forget it.
Okay, good.
Tell me what you want, babe, and you'll get it. Look at what you got, man. Don't forget it.
Don't be saying that, Julie.
And you'll get it.
I'm gonna talk to you afterwards when you said that. It's something you say that. It is something that you would say that, Trav. I ain't gonna say it.
Cause I can give you what you need. I'll be your fantasy. I got you. Tell me what you want, babe.
So True Savage's name is Ray. The number is 682.
Tell me what you want, babe.
682. Somebody get the angel number for 682.
Man, don't
True Savage is at work.
And you'll get it.
True Savage is at work. What do I see? Don't be saying that, Trav, but I'll tell you afterwards why you say that. It's something you say that. Somebody get the angel number over 682. 682. Oh, there it is. 680 means. Uh-oh, here we go. It's a message to continue to have faith and trust in your intuition and the guidance from the angels as you will assist you in manifesting abundance and prosperity in your life. There got to be more. Come on, come on. The LDA gonna have another kid. It's funny you say that. That's all I'm gonna say. Read it again. 682 is a message to continue to have faith, trust in your intuition, to dealer, kingdom guidance for the angel, as this will assist you with your manifestation and abundance and property. There you go. Your angel. Your angel asks that you remain centered in your faith and trust and believe that the positive abundance is on its way in your life. Now, you ready for this? What's the name of my book I'm reading?
Don't forget it. Tell me what you want, babe.
I just want y'all to see it.
Look at what you got, man.
Abundance and prosperity, what is in your life? What's this called? I just wanted y'all to see it. Y'all think I'm making this up. Your angels ask you to remain centered in your faith and trust and believe that the positive abundance is on the way. What is the name of this book?
Then come get it. Tell me what you want, babe. You'll get it.
And how many versions I have? 2.
Don't forget it, babe. And you'll get it.
I'm just saying.
Don't forget it.
And his name is Ray.
And you'll get it.
And actually that word was for Ray.
Don't forget it.
That word was for Ray.
You'll get it. Don't forget it.
Give yourself permission to whoa. Give yourself permission to prosper and know that you will find success in all that you put your mind and effort towards. Let me say this. Hold on. Plug the music over again. What you say? Give yourself permission to prosper and know that you will find success in all that you put your mind and effort to. What we've been talking about. You're next to the Father. That is your positioning. Give yourself permission. Predictive science at work. I was in your shop, True Savage, and I wanted you to pull out a receipt, the last receipt that you have inside of there, and tell me the first name, or if you can legally, tell me the first name of the person, the last receipt you received, if you have the receipt. All right, Trav, keep playing around, man. Oh, yeah, what is that? This song is called Sensational R&B. Tool Beats. Shout out to them. I got to get credit to them, to who they are. Lloyd. Interesting.
Look at what you got, man. Tell me what you want, babe. Look at what you got, man. Tell me
Ray
what you
and
want,
Lloyd.
babe, and you'll get it. Look at what you got, man. Don't forget it.
Ray and Lloyd. Interesting.
And you'll get it. Look at what you got, man.
I gotta leave it alone.
Don't forget
I'm trying to knit it together.
Tell me what you want, babe, and you'll get it. Look at what you got, man.
Time to go. It's 1:40. I know I gotta get out of here.
Cause I can give you
Lloyd.
what you need. I'll be your fantasy. I got you. Tell me what you want, babe, then come get it. Tell me what you want, babe. You'll get it.
Somehow Lloyd has something to do with Ray. Not in the sense that let me put it like this. There's somebody in Ray's life there's someone in Ray's life that he knows that is named Lloyd. But I'm gonna leave it alone. You can't make this up. Out of all my receipts, this is the last receipt that, and it's only one that the name and has.
You'll get it. Don't forget it.
Let me read what you said, man. You can't
make this up.
Of all the receipts, that is my last receipt. I can't even read it. You can't make this up.
You can't make
Out of all my receipts, this is the last receipt, and it's the only one with a name on it because it was a credit card purchase. Telling you. And who's saying this? You guys are catching him. That's Red.
Can't make this up.
That's Red Pill saying that. Red Pill Chauvinist. That's as I took his thing. He did that for me.
You can't make this up.
Look at that. Ray King Lloyd. I'm out of here, man. I gotta go. Y'all got me to tap into the other side. Let me cut my camera. Let the music rock you out. Let me get out the shot. 1, 2, ready, go. Shout out to everybody in the thinking classes. When spirituality and the game collide, you got the thinking class, and if you don't get it, it is your own as the fault. We out of here. The predictive science is on good. Shout out to brother RPC. Good word. Who will be next? Ray, King Lloyd. You can't make this up. 682. What will happen tomorrow? And then here we're talking about prosperity, and the prosperity Bible shows up. Woo!
Tell me what you want, babe. Look at what you got, man. Tell me what you want, babe. Look at what you got, man. Tell me what you want, babe, and you'll get it. Look at what you got, man. Don't forget it.
Hold on. Let me stop the music. What? Why was 682 in the midday lottery number today? Straight. Oh my God. Wait a minute.
You can't make this up.
I gotta stop the press. I come back into the shot. Why was 682? We in Ohio, so y'all can't. We in Ohio. Let me see. So people could think we making this up. Midday, right? I stopped the music. Midday lottery numbers. You got to be kidding me. I'm gonna put it right here. Well, I can't, look at this. Oh, hopefully I can get the shot. Look at this. Straight 682. What number did he give you? 682. Y'all think we playing around here? Hold up, I'm trying to get the glare out of there. Hold up, the thing went on. Midday 682. Y'all see that? Do you see that? 682 is the lottery pick number for what? Today at midday in Ohio. Do you understand what we're doing here? I just want y'all to think, wait a minute. Blowing. You can't make this up on the Ohio. Go to Ohio website. Mind blowing. Not even mind blowing. We're not even out that way. Come on. I believe it before I saw it. Come on. I make sure y'all think we LDA, and I just happened to ask his co-worker. Let me try to get this glare out the way. Let me do this. Turn it this way. 682 is the number. Midday 682. 682 is the number. So everybody think LDA is out there to play. I ain't for play. I'm not for play.
You can't make this up.
It is go y'all in the comments. Y'all need to put down 682 and the number came out. Y'all need to let people know what happens over here. Let me make sure what number did I tell him to put. He put what? He said, I got you. 682. Number came out in midday. Next to the throne, baby. Next to the throne. Y'all think we playing? Shout out to Ray. Shout out to Lloyd. Shout out to True Savage. Shout out to John the W. I didn't get some more numbers from him. You need to tell him what happened and show him what we put. You need to say, hey, bro, you got to see this. I'm out of here. Let me get out the shot. It's time to go, man. This is amazing. Hey.
Tell me what you want, babe. Look at what you got, man. Tell me what you want, babe. Look at what you got, man. Tell me what you want, babe. Don't forget it. Tell me what you want, babe, and you'll get it. Look at what you got, man. Don't forget it. Tell me what you want, babe, and you'll get it. Look at what you got, man. Don't forget it, 'cause I can give you what you need. I'll be your fantasy. I got you. Tell me what you want, babe, then come get it. Tell me what you want, babe. Go get it, man. Don't forget it, babe, and you'll get it. Don't forget it, babe. You'll get it, babe. Don't forget